Now, Mr. Wachira, formally introduce yourself and let's keep going because this hour is yours. I'm not playing any music this hour.
Karibu.
This hour is for you to introduce yourself to Kenya and the world. Welcome to Sport FM.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys, for having me. My name's John Wachira, Wahome.
Yes.
And I'm the founder and chairman of Union Football Club. Plays here in Nairobi.
Union Football Club.
Union Football Club.
Okay.
Yeah, plays here in Nairobi. So that's me in the sport space. But I'm also in real estate in my other life. You have to have another life.
Yeah, because cannot just be sport.
You cannot just be sport.
Not in Africa.
Not in Africa. Not yet in Africa.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
So where is your team located in Nairobi? Because Nairobi is a big county.
Yeah, it is. Our team is located in an area called Kahawa West.
Oh, Kahawa West. Hapa Thika Road.
Yes,
okay.
we play at the community prison grounds.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we are based.
So which division are you in?
We're playing in Division 2.
Division 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are in Nairobi has two. It's divided into two. You are in which side?
We're in Eastern Zone.
Eastern Zone, Nairobi Division 2.
Yes,
Union.
We had the youth team last season, although we broke it. But the youth team played sub-county league and won. It was our first season, and we won. We were number 1 in Nairobi.
When did this bug bite you? This bug called ownership of a football club. This is not an easy thing, man.
No,
hey,
it's not.
I don't even know how people get to sustain owning a club. I'm glad I've met somebody who owns a club.
Especially in Africa.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
what is this
easy.
that got into you? Nini?
I think these are one of those things. You know, have you ever asked a kindergarten teacher, why are you a kindergarten teacher?
It's one of those things.
Yeah, one of those things. You actually have no answer. I think it's just the passion. And of course, me being a big fan of football, I was captain in my high school years. Played a lot of football to the Maisa leagues back then. So that passion has been with me for a long time. And I've tried to own a club for quite a long time. And I've been chairman across different clubs in Nairobi and Central. And then finally I just decided, you know what? Let me just start my own team. You know, I'm tired of just calling guys and I send money, you don't know what they're doing with it. So let me just start mine. So that's why I'm here.
Wow. Okay. Now, how has the journey been so far? You know, what would you say are the biggest day-to-day operational challenges that maybe running of a second division football club in Kenya put you through?
So that's a tough question. I think
umeshindwa uanzie wapi?
Nimeshindwa nianzie wapi. And okay, on a daily basis, you know, we have the team, of course, has a CEO who is also a friend of mine, a former player. So he's the one who takes care of the day-to-day
running of the club.
His name is Samuel Kenyan. I've known him for 25 years now.
Okay.
We've played football together, and so when I started, I called him in. You know, I know he has passion for football. So day-to-day looks like you have to organize for training. You have to look at the equipment,
avail the pitch,
make sure the pitch is available, make sure guys have fare, those who are coming from far, make sure they have fare to come to the field at least on time so that they're able to commute. Make sure that the coach also comes to the pitch, so you have to do a lot of coordination on a daily basis to make sure that people are actually coming to train.
Kuna credit inaenda simu.
Hapo kuna credit, kuna bundles, my WhatsApp group na nini. So there's a lot that comes into that. And then of course, across you train about 4 times a week. So you skip the Monday because of the
recovery and all that.
Recovery, and then now across the weekend, if the game is on Saturday, then on Saturday then you train until maybe light training on Friday. Saturday you're playing your match. If the game is on Sunday again, you have to organize for guys to come to the pitch. Lazima upange fare. They have to all congregate at the pitch. If you have an away match, the bus picks them from the field. Wapeleka game. So there's a lot of moving parts, and you have to be passionate about it. Doing it for a couple of seasons is not easy. So that's how the day-to-day. So mostly my role as a chairman is just making sure that there's resources.
Okay.
Yeah, we're able to honor our matches.
Hiyo sasa
on a
ndio the
weekly
biggest
basis.
thing. Resources.
Yeah.
We have talked about resources here, John, and what comes to my mind first is in normal life, when hard times hit, sometimes we find ourselves alone. You know, that's almost natural. Now you, with a team that needs maybe some a financial boost,
Yeah.
how easy or how difficult is it to find people to hold your hand and help?
It's actually extremely difficult. I can tell you when we started and we were playing our first match,
Yeah.
we within our first month we had a lot of friends who, especially my friends, who came in. Some bought jerseys to support the team, and we always had a fan base. But the moment you run dry and you start, calling your friends and telling them, hey, we have a match on Sunday and we don't even know how we're going to make it. We need some 40,000 and we only have 10. So you send the list of items. You just pick an item and sponsor.
Sponsor it, yeah.
And in the first couple of weeks, guys are happy to just chip in, happy to send you the money and things like this. But after some time, they don't pick your calls, especially on a weekend.
On a choker.
So sometimes you even want to call someone for something totally different.
Yeah.
But they know that then, they don't pick your calls. Yeah. So I've gone through that. I've gotten used to it. Yeah. So it's a real challenge.
And you've said that you have tried owning a club, and it's taken you quite a while.
Yeah.
Sindio?
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to start and own Union FC?
I think it's something I put in my mind quite a while back, but I never, tried to understand what it takes, to own a football club. So I started just, sponsoring local clubs. You
started on that on a sponsorship note.
Yeah. So as I'm driving around, I see a team training somewhere. I just pull over. I just look at their game. I like them. I buy them 2 balls, and then after they get my number, then they start calling me for 1K fare. On Sunday we have a game, tuna fare. You send a 1K, 2K. So you start getting close to them. So you sort of almost become part of them, but nothing official.
Okay.
You're just a fan. And then you realize that sometimes they take advantage of you. So
yeah, I think you started as a well-wisher.
Exactly. I think that's the best way to put it. You start as a well-wisher. You just have passion for the game. You try your best to do what you can, and then later it hits you that you can actually do this by yourself.
And you also said that you started playing football. You were a footballer in Barca and everything.
Yeah.
What position did you play in?
I was a winger.
Ulikuwa mwepesi.
Yeah, nilikuwa mwepesi.
Wewe unacheza position yangu. Unaona maana nimefanya hivi. Leta vitu zangu hizo. Wacha watu.
Yeah, I used to be a winger.
We used to give kina Peter Kirumba a very torrid time. The defenders.
Mimi na kutani ilikuwa tabu. Now, considering when I look at the fan base in Kenya and in fact Kenyans in general, they like going for finished products.
Yeah.
Kenyans love going for finished products.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of sponsorship, how difficult is it to attract sponsorship, especially when you say you're playing in the 2nd division?
I think it is impossible.
It is impossible.
What?
You found out that it's impossible. Have you tried everything?
No, it is. And I'll tell you why. You see, I'm also in business.
Yes. Oh, okay.
And if
you're speaking from a position of knowledge.
If I was a businessman and I was approached by someone, if I were a businessman and I was approached by Wachira, who is the chairman of a club, the best I could do is give them jerseys.
Okay.
So that I chase them away. I'll say, Sawa, I'll sponsor you guys. I'll give you a jersey with my name on it. Okay. So that's a way to chase them away. Why? Because as a businessman, I don't see the value. So what value am I getting? One, this club has no data. Probably they have no website. Probably they're not fully registered. They're playing a league, yes. They have affiliation to the federation, but they have no document with an FKF, logo saying that we recognize this as an official club.
Have you like in the hood? When I was younger, we used to have a team called Rangers in our hood. Yeah? I played for Rangers when I was younger.
Yeah.
For a while before I moved because of my talent and all that. I went to other better teams because now the hood boys, they were just playing football for pastime.
Yeah.
So we used to do this. Yeah? We would go house to house. You know, not every parent will be happy with their children playing, but some parents would help. They would chip in. You know, in team yetu ya mtaa, unajua na tunatoa watoto kwa drugs. Unajua, you preach the gospel to them. Yeah, we are trying to get them away from the streets, you know, and this is a good way to. So if you could chip in as parents for these kids, yani mnisaidie, yani. So wewe unajulikana mtaani, you are a businessman. So you could round up the community, you know, tell them something about the team. Then that way, you can even approach a local supermarket, and tell them we can do this and this for you. You can wear your brands, and then now people, you know, try to harness the community together. Just small ways. Yeah. Before giving up so fast.
Yeah, I think the biggest, you see, it can only come from a community or a call it psychosocial perspective. It never comes from a true business value.
Yeah, I get your point. That's why I approach it from a community social something.
And I think that is one of the undoings of Kenyan football.
Okay.
If the moment you make it communal or based on society and you're empowering the society, then it is never. You see, the same way a young man is an accountant, there's also a young man who is a footballer. So it should be seen the same way. But we see it as, I want to sponsor these guys. And that's why you have a lot of NGOs around football, because it is the easiest way for them to create impact. But what does that do to the player playing in that team? So do they have like a career out of have they thought about a career out of football? Or they're just there because they came from Shark, they're playing football, so they came to Nairobi and they're playing for this team, they're getting their match allowances
and bonuses.
So exactly, and bonuses, and then they hope from this club to that club. Before they know it, they are 30 years old.
And
it's
over.
Done it, and it's over. The career is very short. So the problem is that we see it from a community perspective, which I'm not saying it is bad.
No, I'm getting it. You know, you've opened my eyes. It's actually a problem that we're seeing it from a community base, and you are seeing it from a business standpoint.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, because the more, and you see the biggest problem there is, and actually right now when I was coming here, I was just talking to a friend of mine, and I was telling her, if Messi had no spotlight, who would know about him?
Wow.
No one.
Nobody.
So why don't local people or local players have a spotlight? Because no one has thought to come into these spaces. Because right now, if you were to look at the Kenya Premier League, for instance, and look at how many players they have signed across board from lower leagues, then you'll be amazed. So many young boys are coming from lower ranks and they're going up, which means the most important places for these clubs to recruit from are the lower leagues. That's why, exactly, but no one is looking at those lower leagues and saying,
we need to...
Exactly, so there's no affiliation between, say, Union FC and some team in KPL that says, that is our route to getting talent.
Our feeder club.
Yeah, and we have 20 teams across all counties.
And who's the most culpable in this thing you're blaming? It's like a blame you're laying somewhere, but you're not telling us who's culpable. Is it the federation that is culpable because they're not looking to the lower leagues financially, or... because when they have the financial package and when they are remunerating these top leagues, does it trickle down to the second division for you? Have you ever gotten anything from the federation?
No.
As you play in that division?
I pay the referee.
Wow.
Now, that raises a question for me.
Wow.
Because it's like you read my mind. Because if you pay the referee, do you take chance to pay the referee as... or do you pay the referee as both the teams that are playing?
I think
it's home and away.
I think the home team pays the referee.
No, it's home and away.
Home and away.
It's a split.
Okay, it's a split. Okay, so
And to answer you, I can't blame the federation. Okay? Because the federation is just doing what has always been done. Okay? So who I would blame is the next person who takes charge of the federation.
Okay.
If they don't come with a fresh mind, okay, which of course will take time. And I've seen some what do you call them? I've seen some a few things here and there that are trying to start working. So we can see
some indication.
The federation is not sleeping.
Okay.
So you can see some little movement coming in. So I just wish they had enough time to do what they're doing and keep at it. Don't stop. And in due time, we will see the fruits.
Okay.
But I think the mindset change from this being a way of empowering the community to a way of creating careers
for these
young people, that I think that mental shift is going to change a lot of things.
Hey.
Now, still on the community.
Yeah.
How is the club engaging in the local community from where you guys are based?
Yes. Do you have community-based projects from your team?
I would say no.
Is it important for you?
It is important
to be in touch with the community.
Yeah, it is important, but biggest challenge is that it would still cost money.
Yeah, that's it.
Because there's no way you impact the community without
resources,
spending some money. Yeah, so I think if maybe corporates would look at football clubs as part of the CSR, and if I want to do a certain activity, say in Kahawa West,
I follow
then
the clubs,
I'll go through the clubs because they already have their own numbers,
set up and structure.
Exactly.
Yeah,
just
so
use them.
They represent the community.
Exactly. That's how you would be able to impact the community directly. But from a club perspective, that's more or less asking whether we have a CSR program. Because honoring matches is still a challenge. So we have no income, so CSR has to come from some income.
Yeah, I get your point.
So it becomes a challenge.
So no engagement with the community yet.
Yeah, no engagement yet. Apart from some of the players having some coaching mindset, and you see them trying to coach younger boys. And you develop a small community of young boys who are always coming to watch your matches. And you're training them as stewards, training them as ball boys and things like those. So I think that is, and now when those kids are in the field almost every day, especially when they close school, then you're sure they're not doing the wrong thing out there. They leave the house to come and see the big boys train.
You're doing a great job in that community. Somebody should recognize you.
And how about recruitment? Do you guys look into and recruit players and youths from the community?
Yeah, of course. I think as part of saving cost, you have to, the biggest percentage of your players
from
have
the
to
locality.
Come, so that they just walk to the field. You don't have a lot of expenses, a leap of fare and everything. So I think that based on that fact, then you have to look at your local community to recruit as many players from from your local community as possible.
Also to create a fan base.
And create a fan base, In
your love and passion for the game and for the boy child, because I see you have a team, have you extended it to the feminine side of the game? Are you looking to do that? Have you already done it?
Yes. No. We have an entire structure of a senior boys team, girls team.
Wow, that's good. I'm impressed.
The academies, but now the problem normally is the resources. So we have partnered with another like-minded club, and we are coming together. They have a girls team, and we have a boys team.
Good.
So we are coming together to form. To have wholesome
union sasa.
Yeah, sasa union ndio inaingilia.
I hope it's just union, not united.
No. Yeah, it's union.
Now, when you talk about resources, it actually stretches out to become let's say the key ingredient in a lot of things being done. Are there some tough decisions you've had to make because of financial constraints, like releasing a player because of we can't pay you? Really? Okay. Sometimes keeping tournament. What is the hardest decision you've had to make because of finances?
Yeah, they are. Hey.
I like the way you react to questions. You're like, what? Who ndaanzia wapi?
Yes. Sometimes you'll skip training. You have a tough opponent coming over the weekend. You have players, you have to pay transport for to just come to the field to train, and you don't have enough, to pay for everyone. So the ones who can make it to the field, they make it to the field.
Okay.
So you have a squad of 25-30 players.
Yes.
But you're training about 12 or 14 on certain days because you can't pay for everyone.
Yeah.
Then over the weekend, the coach wanted to train something because he noted this player plays this type of way and I have to train my boys to play this type of way so that we can compete. And he doesn't have the full squad.
And then had the full squad the whole week.
The whole week. And actually, I never understand how this happens. That affects mostly your first 11. So you have those key guys.
The reserve guys are the ones who are always available.
They are always available.
Because they want to to be part of the first team.
Yeah, exactly, because they have a drive because I want to make it.
Yeah.
And then now what that does is the coach will at the end of the week,
Yes.
maybe the first 11 will be, will train on the Friday.
Yeah.
You have a game on the Sunday, and then you have to trust the guy who didn't train because this is a tough game.
Yes.
And you need his
expertise,
his
his skill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you end up not preparing properly,
For the game.
and
Because
then
they
you
were not available.
and then you lose the game.
Yes.
Okay. In some instances, I've had to ask some friends to just loan me money. Just loan me money, I'll refund you next
I will
week.
advise you one thing today. This is an advice from an old man who has played football in Kenya from the grassroots.
Yeah.
You see those people who train?
Yeah.
Give them the game on the weekend.
Exactly. And actually, it has worked.
Give
For
them
us, it
the
has
game
worked.
on the weekend.
Yeah.
Forget about it. This one knows football more than this other one.
Yeah.
Give the guy who wants the opportunity that opportunity and
Yeah.
see them grow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You will wonder.
Yeah.
You know, the first time I ever got an opportunity, I was a very slender boy.
Tiny
I was a tiny thing when I was young. You see, he's laughing. So for me to make it to the first team was not easy.
You don't know.
When I was young, I was a small, tiny boy, and the teenagers were big people.
Yeah.
So I was in the B team for long, and then one day when I was 15, nikaekwa kwa Rangers. Now the Rangers A. Tuko finali kule Goda. People were bigger than me. The first touch I made on that ball, I was never out of the first team again.
Yeah.
Never again.
Yeah.
Did you always come for training?
I was always there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but the coach never gave me a chance
Yeah.
because I was small.
Mm.
But that day there was somebody who was supposed to play who couldn't make it. He was injured. Then I played that game. My friend, that number was gone forever.
Yeah, that was your break.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those people just need that break.
Then
Trust
exactly.
them.
Yeah.
They are coming to training every day.
Yeah.
They want to be part of the team. Give
Exactly.
them that break.
Yeah.
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 So, are there any current partnerships or sponsorships that you guys have?
None.
None so
Yeah,
far.
none.
Okay.
Yeah.
In
Wow.
terms of
I think it's we have I could also call this sponsorship. We have a company, Finsco Africa, that has a bus.
Okay.
So anytime we have a game on a Sunday and the bus is not being used,
Okay.
they give us the bus.
That is okay.
Okay.
That's
So
a start.
Fantastic.
so that's
That's a good
still
start.
sponsorship. Yeah.
It's not constant, but whenever available, they
Yeah,
provide
it
us.
saves us half the cost.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
now you see ambitious players. Maybe how do you actually recruit? From where? Who do you partner with? How do you know if you know you need a player in a certain department? How do you recruit? Because I don't think recruitment is just verbal and it's done. You've got to produce some kind of incentive.
Yeah.
He has just taken a sip of water.
Sips water. I think for the first time we recruited, when we started, we did trials.
Okay.
And we had a lot of young boys who came.
Enthusiasts.
Yeah,
Wow,
enthusiasts.
yeah.
And that's how we started. But now as we grew, we had you have these players in the team who've also played the league for a couple of years.
Okay.
So they've been to several teams.
Yeah, they're veterans in
They are
that
veterans
division.
in
Yeah.
So you'll just you call like the captain. You tell him, we need a striker. January transfer window is almost here. We need a striker. The guy tells you, mi najua mtu.
I know someone.
Mi najua mtu.
Nikicheza ile mtaa, haule akija hivi. Mambo.
Sema kwa hii team tunahitaji machine. Mi najua mtu.
Yes.
So that guy comes for mazoezi.
Yes.
They come, they train, we play a friendly, and you're like, wow, this guy is good. Then you unamuita kando, you discuss, you agree, and he joins the team.
Okay.
So that's how we recruit.
Mtaani bana.
So what you're saying, it is totally mechanical.
Yeah. Absolutely, it's
They were
mechanical.
supposed to be
Totally
in that
mechanical.
division.
Yeah.
Hivyo ndio watu recruitiwa bana.
Yeah. Totally mechanical.
And now, do you ever think about with your experience where you are right now? Do you ever think of maybe of an office in Kenyan football? Maybe
An administrative office.
Administrative office.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've thought about it.
Okay.
So maybe at some point, I'll be ready to
So in the meantime, you're still taking care of this baby.
Yeah, in the meantime, I mean, if at all you were to be in management, if I were to use that word, then you have to show that you have been able to manage. So
these are very important moments in your life where you're
exactly
managing a football team,
and that's why I don't give up. Because I've had places where I want to give up, but sometimes you just remember the bigger goal.
Yeah,
you say,
and you just keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah, because like I said, you look at somebody like, say, Barack Obama, for instance, and there's a kindergarten teacher who never gave up on him, and he became the US president. So
satisfaction. That's
so
satisfaction.
You never know who will come through the ranks.
You to reach where their destiny
exactly,
is.
yeah, and you're
so
like,
it keeps you going.
Yeah, so that keeps me going. Yeah.
Now, deep bana.
Yeah.
There were two questions on my mind, but this one you will have to answer me. You will really have to answer me like from your heart.
Yeah.
What are the infrastructural challenges? Because the places you play, we know the Kenya Premier League maybe assigned the big stadia in Kenya.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Even if Nyayo just became good the other day, it was the best we had.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Now, where do teams in this division play? How is the infrastructure in this,
these venues?
Yeah. Are people able to pay and come in? And if yes, can you depend on that gate collection? If at all there is any. And how are these pitches generally?
I think you have most of the pitches, especially in Nairobi, are pathetic because they are mara.
Pathetic. For lack of a better word.
They got them straight,
saying it as it is.
Straight shooting.
Because you cannot be playing football on the same surface a car uses.
No, you cannot.
You cannot.
Wow.
So you have all these what are they called? You have all these medicines for injuries and
liniment.
You have players they have scratches all over because they're playing on bruises all over. So
killer sir, first aid kit.
Yeah, first aid kit every time because the surfaces they're playing on, and then you truly never know a player's skill
in such a surface.
Yeah,
you can never.
Because most of them are. The striker is afraid to go full throttle
because you'll get hurt, man.
Because you get hurt, so they never give themselves. And why I know this is true is because when you dare take that team that plays on Maram, take it to a proper pitch, proper surface,
you'll see something.
You
different.
see different football, totally different. So I think there is a concern there, and looking at outside Nairobi, then you have. Especially the greener parts of Kenya. Then you have those primary schools and secondary schools and campuses outside Nairobi that have very nice
pitches,
green pitches. And players just enjoy playing there. So I think maybe this is a challenge, to the guys in charge, to look at that. Probably in Nairobi, partner with people like Kenya Forest. See how you can plant grass and trees on some of these fields. And just maintain them. And I think part of maintenance is using the same players to take care of the same
pitches.
That's
what I was about
to
ask
them
you.
a source of water.
I was about to ask you.
You
said you play in around Kamiti area, in the grounds, the prison grounds. Have they given you access to be able to work on the pitches?
Yes, they have. They are, of course, they are. I've had those discussions with them. They're free to allow us to plant grass.
Okay.
But you call the guy who sells the grass to come and give you a quotation. Then he gives you a figure. And you have a game on the weekend. So where do you focus?
Where do you play first? Because when you leave the pitch to be made faster, and in the meantime, when you're making that pitch better, where would you play?
Exactly. Where would you play? This is a serious challenge.
A lot of challenges.
Yeah.
Now,
Bona
Chairman,
yes.
What is Union FC's coaching style and philosophy?
I think we've had how many coaches? 2 coaches now, and our philosophy has been we are a possession-based kind of club. So we play possession football. We build from the back. We play a back 3, but ours works. It's not like
that was a good one. For those who know, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
United has just been injected
by Union.
Injected by Union. Yeah. So we play a back 3, and then we have 2 players at the front who play a free role. We don't have straight strike.
As
Just
a
have
point man, you have
two people roaming up there just to disturb the defense. So it has worked for the bigger part. And I could say we've, against the teams we played against, they actually know who Union is. It's never an easy way.
To feel.
Wanajua Union. So if I wanted to watch your game, is the league on?
I think it resumes in somewhere in October.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'll come and watch a few matches.
Yeah, please do.
Peter Kirumba will bring me. Sini area hiyo umesema ni area.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hata kama ni away tutaenda.
Sawa.
You
Kirumba, you should even become a fan of Union FC.
Hey, I'm one of their biggest fans.
And your kids.
Yeah. She's actually watched a couple
By the way,
matches.
Already.
I have the chairman in studio, so you know how close I am to you. And the league is FKF. It's an FKF league, right?
Division 2.
Yes.
How does the federation chip in when it comes to maybe? Okay, how does the federation help the league and help the teams?
I think from the league we are in, going downwards, I don't think there's a lot of input from the federation at the moment.
Yes.
In terms of finances.
And
what about administrative?
No, administratively they are good. I think having played the league before the current regime, and the regime we have compared to this new regime, I think you can see clear differences.
Okay.
We had serious issues with referees. We had serious issues with fixtures. You can't plan for 1 month because you only have a fixture for the weekend. You don't know who you're playing next weekend. But that has changed. I think our first fixture we got for this just concluded season, we only got 2 parts. So first half, second half.
Okay.
Which helps you plan because I'll be in Kirinyaga on a certain date. Yes. So you plan for it. You plan for that.
Way ahead.
Yeah, so it helps. So I think building steps slowly. So we hope we get there to just have the league running smoothly. So that also creates some confidence even with the players. And it's something I've actually realized with the Kenyan league, especially Division 2 and Division 1. You have a lot of foreign-based players.
What?
It's very interesting. So that means Kenyan football is actually growing.
Yeah, I heard that in the lower leagues we have so many foreigners.
Yeah, there's so many, and they're so good.
But I wonder, when did that happen?
Yeah, no, they're there. They're there. They come in, they play, they give their all. Yeah, so I think most of the teams have a foreign player.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, it's an interesting knowledge that you've given us right there.
Yeah.
Are they better than our players?
I wouldn't use the word better. I would use they are hungrier.
They're hungrier.
Okay.
Clearly they are because they've come all this way to just play.
Can you imagine being in Kenya with no fare home? Your fare is not 1,000. It's a plane ticket.
Yeah.
So you don't play. You don't play.
You don't joke.
You don't joke. Yeah, you don't joke.
Now, we have had a lot of issues with officiating, especially in the FKF Premier League and other leagues.
Yeah.
Now, how is the condition in the lower leagues in terms of refereeing?
I think that's a very good question because a referee could cost you a point, either out of malice or ignorance. And
malice or ignorance.
Yeah. Because you see the fact that most referees are former players.
Yes.
So you have a player playing for Union, they grow older, become a referee. So they'll still ref for Union matches in future.
They feel affiliated.
Exactly. So there's some laxity. So
there's some kind of bias.
Exactly. And that is normal. It's not out of this world. It is normal.
It's something that happens even in the top tier.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, it happens. Because we are all human. Yeah, but in terms of the leagues, lower leagues, I think I would say the referees need a lot of training and refresher courses of the training, because sometimes you'll see, because you're reffing matches for people who have went to their pockets to pay you
with their hard-earned money.
So the players know we have paid you.
So do your job diligently.
Yes,
do your job diligently. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's that aspect that we deserve.
Yeah.
We deserve better.
Yes.
You know, usilalie team.
Do a fair job. That's the least you can
just do a fair job. And most of the time, the reason why that happens, I remember I was a chairman for one of the clubs in Division 1 at some point. And when we go for the away matches in some problematic regions, then you always have to have a camera guy.
Yeah.
So that you have the action on camera.
Yes.
So that if there is ever
a complaint,
then you have evidence.
Yes.
Because you know, uko mtu atoangi point. It's not that the team there is really
and
good.
People really say that.
Unajua
ukienda Naivasha utoi point.
It's there.
They do everything to curtail your chances.
Yeah.
We had a situation with a team called Zukericho at some point.
Yeah.
So it really happens on the ground.
No, it really happens. Yeah, it really does. Yeah.
So and if you have to get this cameraman, those are extra costs.
It's an extra cost, yeah.
Just uko na kazi.
Sana. And in your league, how would you describe the support from the football authorities in the country?
In that level?
Yeah.
Personally, sometimes you feel as if they don't know you exist. Don't know whether that's
it's
putting it in perspective.
Yes, so it's you telling us how you feel at that level.
Yeah, exactly.
The teams that
so
play
you,
at that level.
Yeah, you feel as if, because I want to imagine if I own a team that plays a league and I have 25 players, I have a coaching staff, a technical staff, I have about 35 people, and I'm their parent. So when they have issues, it is me they call.
Yes.
Then I think nachangia.
Sana.
Yes.
Okay. So I also deserve some recognition.
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Okay. So my voice has to be heard. Okay. Because there are things I have learned, things I know that if the management knew about, then probably if they know about me, about the other chairman, everyone has their voice, they would probably have enough information to make things better. You know, so and I think that's why you have, you know, that structure even in the national government.
Exactly.
You have it all the way to the MCA, because the MCA ndio kwa ground. So yeye ndio atakwambia hapa kunaendanga hivi.
Yes.
So from a top level perspective, you're able to know exactly what happens
on the ground.
On the ground. So I think it would be important for that to also happen. We have things we know that would actually
No.
happen.
And
Sorry, Ruli. Has the federation ever, like any federation? No, I'm not talking about this one particularly, because you've been chairman for quite a while now. Has the federation ever called you guys from those lower divisions and had a seminar with you? Something. The federation has called the owners of clubs in Kenya. Even Nairobi, the Nairobi branch has called all owners of clubs to come for a symposium.
Yeah, like let's sit down and
let's find out what. Yeah, let's talk football.
No, I've never.
You've never had an invite like that?
No.
Even though you are a registered club, affiliated to the federation, at the second division, you've never had the meeting with the leadership?
Never.
We can exonerate this federation that is there now because they've just come into office. But previously going behind.
Actually, with this new regime, I've attended 2 meetings. But the 2 meetings were not intended for the club owners.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the question you asked.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. But we have those club meetings that I've seen. You know, some we've been called. You know, bring your views. You know, we want to change the league from Division 2 to a conference league.
Yeah,
we need to change the structure.
We need your opinion.
What do you think?
Yes.
So I've seen that with this federation. The previous federation never attended a meeting.
At least wanna put into consideration when knowing and asking about a few things.
Yes.
Okay. And so you have said that there are some challenges you guys have faced as a league and as a club.
Yeah.
And what changes, or do you think are needed to sort these changes facing grassroots football clubs and leagues?
Yes. I think for me, the best, the fastest way would be player welfare. Because without the federation, without the sponsors, without the club structure, boys will still meet and play football.
Yes.
True that.
Which means the most important stakeholder is the player.
Yes.
All right?
Mpira itachezwa tu.
Exactly. Mpira itachezwa tu.
Whether structured
or not
structured.
Ule ako chini ndio.
Tutaweka mawe mbili na tucheze. Hata kama ni kwa lami. So player welfare for me would be number 1. Because if I knew my players were taken care of by the federation, then I think even making a decision to own a club would be advised by that. Because if the federation says if a player is above 18, they have to get X amount of money at least to take care of their needs. And so that now, based on that, we could even now start bringing in sponsors, because because now a sponsor can demand and say, I'm going to do this and you guys do this. Yeah, but now because because everything else is actually there, it's just a matter of fine-tuning it to work.
Tweaking it a
little bit. But player welfare has been one of the biggest problems, and that's why you see you have very good talented players who retire very early because they can't see anything in it.
It doesn't sustain them, but lazima enda tafute unga bana. Hata kama anapenda bola aje.
So the most important change is player welfare.
The moment you sort that, you'll see football like if you can imagine a 20-year-old player from say Mombasa has come to Nairobi to play football. They know they will eat and sleep.
Watakuja
na atakuwa na kit. Ati acheze na kiatu, anateleza. The football they will play. My friend.
We call it Kirumbaism here.
Yes,
Sport Express. Matters remuneration.
We call them Kirumbaism. Nipe langu ni kuonyeshe mambo yangu.
Because the great Peter Kirumba said, a player cannot play on an empty stomach.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
And that is the foundation.
It's true. It's true. Because that
foundation ya kandanda ni tumbo.
Tumbo.
That's Kirumbaism. Right there for you. Safi kabisa.
Now, do you see where a future where football can become a full-time profession for players,
especially in that level that you are right now? Your level, because we are seeing the what do you call the pyramid from below. So we unaona vizuri mpaka juu.
As in a situation where a player, whether he goes to the
lower division,
whether he goes to the upper division or not, mimi na division 2
na sustain maisha yangu,
mimi naishi tu fit.
Kama wala
do you see us reaching in this a place like that?
Yani vile ligi inataka kwa championship, team yetu iko championship, lakini mimi ni professional football.
Exactly. Yes. No, I think we are still a few years away from that. But
a few light years.
Okay, not light years. But you see there's also pressure from the West and now the East, the Middle East.
Yes.
Football is really being played in the Middle East now. So there's a lot of pressure from there to bring the standards here. And I think given the fact that FIFA is a global governing body, some of those pressures will come here. And you'll have now federations being forced. If you want to be at this standard, you have to implement this kind of program. So I think we will get there. We have a lot of talent in the country. We have all seen it. You've seen players coming through the ranks and playing for the national teams, and they become darlings of the people, and so that means we have a lot of raw talent. So maybe now bringing in I think exchange programs for me would really work. Like I wouldn't mind a top tier coach coming for one of my training sessions, and to just watch and just impact my coach at that level, and tell him hapo inafanyangwa hivi. I think those kind of exchange programs would be very helpful. And we've seen them in the corporate world, and they really work. So I think those are some of the things, and I think that would impact the sport directly.
Also, can you tell us some of Union FC's proudest moments so far?
Are you as the owner of that club? What are some of your...
I think number one is we had our youth team, Union FC Youth, lifted the Eastern Zone FKF League Cup. That was a very proud moment at Dandora Stadium. That was an amazing moment. And then also about 2 weeks ago, we have a company called 82 Sport that sponsored the tournament in Githurai. Actually across Nairobi, but there was a Githurai zone, the Roysambu side, and we were number 3, and we played really well against Tusker Youth, which is a bit more organized. So I was very proud of the boys. That from all the challenges that we have, they could still go out there and and challenge the teams that are very well organized, and create a name for ourselves.
And are you guys using social media and other platforms to build a following?
Yes, although not very strongly.
Okay.
So we try and post every game we have. We have some people that do the posting. But I don't think we've really focused on it.
Okay.
Because my feeling is you want to first build something before you talk about it. So I think we've been in that process of creating something that we can say now we have something.
Okay.
Yeah. So we still have quite a lot of work to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you could change one major thing in local football, especially in the grassroots, what would it be?
I think I would change visibility. By visibility, I mean I would want to know that star player in Division 2 in Kisumu, that player in Mombasa who is
that shining light
in that
level
in a lower league.
Yes.
I would want to see them on the news, someone talking about them. I think that would be very, very exciting, because what that does, it has a ripple effect across.
Yes.
And people, actually, the moment when people are talking and there's no camera, and then you turn on the camera, even their English changes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Ujanisikia mimi vile na Wachira lusungu hapa, my friend.
So in the same spirit, if a player knows they have a spotlight, then they will take football serious.
They will take it to another level.
And
Utajua mambo yake.
And the ripple effect would be that people would actually play better football, because the coach doesn't want to be seen to be playing
like
boring
he doesn't
football.
know what he's doing.
Exactly.
The players don't want to be seen like they don't know what to to do with the ball.
So I think spotlight is just what sells the game, and that is, we want to see media being able to talk about those
that level of football.
That level of football. Yeah.
Okay.
So you have actually thrown the ball back
Back
to us,
to the
the media.
Yes, absolutely.
You're so tactful, man.
Yeah.
So you are saying we are not yet
focusing
fully focused on the lower leagues.
Yeah.
Because that is a challenge to us also.
Yeah.
Because if you look at a league as high as the NSL, first of all, the NSL has no broadcasting partner.
Exactly.
That is number one.
Yes.
So we cannot be on the ground bringing you FTA and live matches without a broadcasting partner.
Yes.
So I think the lower league is suffering even more.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. That actually, Diamond, throws the question back to us. What are we doing as media to be able to
and that's why I'm happy you've done something. You brought the chairman of the union to radio to Sport FM, so that now we know about them and we are going to throw a lot of spotlight on them. And to that lower league. Tutafuata mambo yao. We'll be talking about that second division to the point where everybody knows what's happening in the second division of Kenya's Nairobi Division 2. Which side of it?
Eastern
side.
That would be a job at Sport FM. We'll do that.
Now, before we finish, there's one or two I need to ask. Do you think Kenya is investing enough in coaching education? I mean, what level of coaches do you pick, especially for that level of football in Division 2? And do you think they are well equipped in terms of coaching skills to be able to handle your teams?
Yeah. That is a very interesting question. I spoke to a friend of mine from Germany. I just met him through interaction with football, and he said to me that our coaching is not there yet.
Okay.
Because if the teacher is good enough, then the player will be good enough. Because they will impact the player properly. So what I would say is, I think we need to see a lot of extra education apart from what we know as CAF D, CAF C, CAF B.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other courses that coaches could undergo, because CAF D, CAF C, CAF B, CAF A, those are just what you would call certifications. But there's more to football than that, just that license. And that's why you'll see some of the standout coaches in Kenya, they have those CAF-based papers, but they've also gone to Italy, gone to Spain, gone to Germany, done a few other courses out there. So when they analyze a game, they're actually very different. They have a different view of the game. So I think bringing that to the grassroots where we are building the future players, would have a lot of impact.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time with your enemy number one size.
Yeah.
We would really like
you will not believe you will not believe our time is up. But if you had a chance to speak directly to the Kenya government,
Yes.
okay, what would be your top 3 requests to improve football at the grassroots level and club level? Just we finish with that.
I think number one that is the biggest.
Speak to the government.
Yes,
now.
number one that is the biggest is since the clubs do not have their own
Pitches.
I would ask that they hive off, especially schools, colleges, campuses, hive off those pitches so that they're used by the clubs.
Community.
Yeah, like when you look at Githurai, Pandipieri, it is just a school-based ground, but it is hived off.
Yes.
So community has access.
Okay.
Imagine if that field was not there, then what happens? Because the school has infrastructure to even plant the grass and do all those things. Then that would be the easiest way to get fields that are playable. That's number one. Number two, it is important in the same way we are saying, let us have housing fund, and we're deducting guys, and we can see the houses are mushrooming, which means somehow it is working.
Yes.
It might not, we might not be happy about it now, but we can see it working.
Yes.
We can see apartments coming up all over, and guys are actually buying them.
Yeah.
So in the same manner, can we enact a law that allows football and sports in general just develop the sport? So there's a fund, we put in money there, and we're able to do 1, 2, 3 things to support football. I think because when you look at the number, you can imagine the number of footballs that are bought in Kenya.
Yeah.
There's a VAT that is paid.
Yes.
Exactly.
So does it mean we add some levy to just make sure there's money for sports? So you can imagine the entire sports industry, how much equipment they consume across a year. So we need to start thinking about those things, because the only way we develop, the government has to be at the middle of sports development. Yeah. Yeah. So the third thing is through the Ministry of Youth, for instance, is just making sure that there are laws that support the players across all the sports, so that you don't have cases where you have someone shining bright, and then after they shine bright, the career is so short, then all of a sudden you see them in a matatu somewhere, amekuwa konda, and they used to be a bright star. So
Analisha familia.
exactly. Yeah, so we need to see how do we put some of these people in something like a Hall of Fame. You have some guy who played for Gor Mahia in the 80s or 90s, and today you look at that guy and you wonder,
Is this football?
Is this really football? I was a young guy. Do I really want to go through that? So what do we do as a government to make sure that these people actually treated differently? Because these people are just like the army.
Yes.
Yeah, they go there and they represent the flag. Yeah, so
I love
we need
that.
to.
I love the way you're thinking about sport.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
something funny, somebody writes on WhatsApp here, say hi to John Wachira. He was my teammate in the Maisa League, Azingo FC.
Remember Zingo.
He was our Martinelli.
Yeah.
Winga baba.
No, Martinelli ameniangusha kidogo.
He knows me as Mwas.
Mwas.
I am Joe the cab driver.
I know Mwas.
Wait, Joe cab driver.
Joe the cab driver.
Top striker.
Yeah.
Top striker, that one.
Safi Joe. Your credentials have just been
approved.
Yeah, by our friend here, Mr. Wachira. So unaweza ongea ball.
Now you can speak football with us.
Yeah.
Johnny top shotter.
Top shotter.
You and Gen Z lingo. You know, you cannot believe how an hour goes. How fast an hour goes.
It's so short.
If you have an interesting guest and a topic in studio, an hour has just gone like that.
Like that.
An hour is only long for Manchester United.
Oh, Jesus. Sasa time yake kwa hapa imeisha.
There's a guy who is having a lot of fun there.
I know. I'm a Man United fan, but we have to speak.
Yes, and the hour is over.
Imagine the hour is gone just like that.
Hivyo tu.
Sasa unasema the hour is over ndio ule aache kufurahi.
Amefurahi when I smile the whole hour. Brian Shavin from the social media is just happy. Because Manchester is being pounded in the studio.
Yeah, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that has been John Wachira, founder and CEO of Union FC. And if you have any other question, please WhatsApp number 0733 222 105. It's 5 minutes past the hour of 6. This is Sport FM. I am Peter Kirumba.